logo. So we have 2018 Revit here. So if you double click, so this window will be open here, right? So you can see a project and families. So we will see here in project. So how to create the template file. Okay, so in Revit you can create the 3D model. Okay, and you can create along this 3D model, you can just create the 2D drawing also. So once you create 3D model, and if you want to change at certain location, okay, so you need to just update your model as per the changes. So those changes is automatically reflected in all drawings. Okay, so no need to go again each and every drawings. Okay, so it's interlinked. So model and 2D drawing you can create in one file. So let's start. So here is option here, open. So if you have already created, so you can go with that open, and just you can go as per your respective Revit folder location, and you can select and open. Then new here. So if I click here new, so we have option here. Okay, so suppose we are creating starting from the scratch. Okay, so you need to select the template file. Okay, so in that case you should go with that new option, new, and you can click here browse. Okay, so if you go here on your C drive, okay, so you can see the C drive, program data, Autodesk, Revit. Okay, so once you install Revit, so these files, template file is automatically save on your C drive. Okay, so if you go here, C drive, program data, Autodesk, Revit 2018, template file, and India. So you can see there is a different types of template file. Okay, so electrical, mechanical, plumbing, structural. So you can see a structural metric, right? Then structural US metric. So if you want to create feet inches, so you can take this US. And if you want to in metric units, so you need to select this one, default metric, structural analysis default metric dot RTE. RTE means Revit template. Okay, so you need to select any one as per your requirement. Suppose our project is metric scale. Okay, so I want to select this structural analysis default metric. So once I click here open and click here OK, right? So this template file has been created here. Yeah, it's yes. So you can see. So I have select this template file. So by default, project number one. So by default name is. So first of all, we need to save this file. Okay, I will repeat this: how to create a template file, or how to create the file on the basis of template. Okay, so this is your AutoCAD window, right? If you have already created, so you can go with that open option. And if you don't have any structural template, so you can select from here also, or you need to click here new. Okay, and click here browse. Okay, and you need to select this one metric, right? So you can see the extension is .rte, means Revit template file. Okay, so you need, if you once you select as per your requirement template file, so just click here open and click here okay. So this template as a project. Okay, then you need to go here and save this file. So just click. So you can see this file is structural RTE extension here. So once I save this file, so just save. So you can see this extension is automatically converted into the .rvt. So initially it was .rte, means template file, but once you open or once you load this template file on your Revit, so and if you save, so it's automatically convert into the Revit file. Okay, then you can see this is the by default name, but you can give any name. But before going that, you need to give the folder location. So suppose my folder location here on desktop Revit training, and I will create a new. folder here. uh, 3102022. Okay, so I will save this file, and you need to give the file name. So I will add here test1. This is my test file one. Test one. You can give any name, project one, test one, or you can give the your project name also. So I will give the file name test one. So file type is Revit file. Okay, and save. So you can see I have saved this file. So you can see here the name test.rvt. Okay, so once you create, so you can see here two toolbar, properties and project browser. Okay, so in that case, here is the level. Okay, different types of level, and here is elevation. So suppose if you want to create some model, okay, and if you want to check the east elevation, north elevation, so these are the elevation tab here, and here is the levels. Level means suppose if you want to create some 3D model for the G+3 building. Okay, so I will just show you on paint. Okay, so suppose this is my building, right? And just consider this is ground floor, ground level. Okay, and this is foundation level, and this is first floor, then second floor, then third floor, and this is the roof floor. Okay, so these are levels. So you need to create here level 1 and level 2 is by default. Okay, so if I go any elevation, suppose I want to go in east elevation, right? So you can see here is the by default level. So if you open any blank Revit file, so these levels is by default. Okay, so you can just rename this. Okay, suppose just consider we want to create this building model. So here is 0 level is our ground floor level. Okay, 0.0 level. And just consider our first floor is 3 meter, then 6 meter, then 9 meter. Okay, and then 12 meters. So these are, we need to give the levels. And suppose your foundation level is minus 3 meter below the ground level. So on the basis of that, you need to create this level as per your requirement. So I got this project. So my ground level is 0, and below ground level, my foundation level is minus 3 meter below the ground level. So this level is minus 3, and this is plus 3 plus 3 meter plus 6 meter. Okay, so you need to add the levels as per that. So the two levels by default, so then you can just rename this. So level 1, just click on this tab, and you can give here ground floor, ground level. Okay, so this ground level is at 0, so I want to set this ground level. And my first floor level, I will add here first floor. Okay, and he say, would you like to rename the corresponding view? So I will click here S. Okay, so if you measure this, if I click here, so you can see the, this level and this level is 3 meter. If I want to give the dimension, so you need to just click DI, or you need to go here annotate. If you click here annotate, so you can see here is the dimension tab activate. So you can just click linear. So I want to give the linear dimension here, here, here. Okay, so or you can give the DI command, right? So once you click the DI command for dimension, this toolbar is active, and you can check the dimension. So the level, ground level and first floor is 3 meter. If you want to change, you can change. So just select this and just add here 3.2 meter. Okay, so this drawing is in mm, so 3200, right? So once I change this name, so this level is also changed in structural plans, right? So if you see here, ground floor and first floor. Suppose I want to add second floor level also. So how to add? You need to go here, structural. right? And here on structural tab, and you need to click here levels, or you can see your previous. Hello.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, so if you want to create the same another level, so you need to go here structural and click here level. So you can see here level option, right? Or you have another option, just select this level, right click, and you have option here create similar, right? And you can just add the another level from this point to this point. Okay, if I want to add one more level, so you can just add, and up once we add, we can adjust as per our requirement. So these are the level. Okay, so first floor, then I want to change this name. So just double click and you can see here second floor and S. So I want to give the distance between first and second is 3.2. So you need to just click DI command, give the DI command, and you can check. So right now here is 3.9. So you can adjust. So select this one. So once you select, so you can just add here your input 3.2. So this 3.2, 3.2. So this level is 0, 3.2 meter above 0 11. I got here first, then 6.4 second. Similarly, you can give also. So give the DI command and give the dimension here. So right now here 4.8, but I want to set here 3.2. So just select and you can just add here. Okay, and you can give the name third floor and S, right? And if I want to add fourth floor again, so give the DI command, or you can just select. So this temporary dimension you can see here, right? 5400. You can just give here your input. So this level can be adjusted here. Okay, so suppose this is fourth floor.
सर आपने तो पहले ही आपको ये लैंड कमांड वगैरह बताना चाहिए था, आप सीधे।
हाँ, नहीं सुनो ना, ये क्या है इसमें एक्स और वाई, आपको ये इसमें लाइन नहीं है, हमें पहले अभी मॉडल करना सीखना है। तो ये एक बार अगर आप ये लेवल और ग्रिड लाइन समझ गए, उसके बाद ये जो आर्किटेक्चरल टैब है इसमें हम बीम कैसे डालेंगे, कॉलम कैसे डालेंगे, ये सब सीखेंगे। इसमें इसमें लाइन 2D का कुछ नहीं है, हमें 3D सीखना है अभी। ठीक है,
तो सर इसका बेसिक कुछ तो होगा, सीधे हम लोग एलिवेशन पर आ गए।
बेसिक यही है। अगर आपको मॉडल बनाना है तो आपको दो कंपोनेंट चाहिए, एक हॉरिजॉन्टल और एक वर्टिकल। तो वर्टिकल में क्या आएगा, आपका लेवल्स आएगा, और हॉरिजॉन्टल में क्या आएगा, आपका ग्रिड्स आएगा। तो ये शुरुआत है ये। तो आपको ग्रिड कैसे क्रिएट करना है, लेवल कैसे क्रिएट करना है, ये शुरू में सीखना है। उसके बाद आपको मॉडल कैसे बनाना, कॉलम कैसे बनाएंगे, बीम कैसे डालेंगे, ये सब सीखना है। तो ये बेसिक है अभी।
ओके।
ठीक है, तो ये यहाँ पे देखो प्रोजेक्ट ब्राउजर टैब, और ये अपना यहाँ पे इलेवेशन है। तो इसका क्या पर्पज है, यही मैं अभी आपको सिखाऊंगा यहाँ से। ठीक है, सो देखो अभी मैं एक एक, if I create one by one level, so you can see in structural plans, so यहाँ पे different plans create हो रहे हैं। ठीक है, मैं समझाता हूँ आपको। ये अगर फोर्थ फ्लोर हो गया, सो फोर्थ फ्लोर के बाद सपोज ये मेरा 3.2 है, राइट। देन फोर्थ फ्लोर के बाद मुझे पैरापेट लेवल, फोर्थ फ्लोर के बाद कुछ नहीं है, सो खाली मुझे पैरापेट वॉल देना है। सो यहाँ पे आप दे सकते हैं इसको पैरापेट वॉल। सो सपोज आपका पैरापेट वॉल फोर्थ फ्लोर से ऊपर 1 मीटर है, सो यू कैन सी हियर एंड यू कैन गिव द योर इनपुट 1 मीटर। ठीक है, सो ये so we have create our vertical elevations, right? So you can see level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So all levels has been created here. If suppose I want to add some beams, so what I do, I will just click go here on ground floor. So if I click here, so this is my ground floor. Okay, so this is my first floor, this is my second floor. So so these floors we need to create as per our requirement. Okay, so these are different types of floor. If I go to here elevation, so you can see like that. If I go to, suppose I want to add some element on second floor, so what I do, you can go here directly, just double click, so you can reach at second floor, right? So once you come again in elevation, so yeah. Okay, so this is your plan. Okay, so you can see this is the symbol. So this is east elevation, right? This is north elevation, and this is west elevation, and this is south elevation. So these are elevation mark is added on, automatically added on each floor. Okay, so whatever we will create here 3D model, so those elevation you can see here. So let's see how to see like this elevation. Okay, so once you add this elevation, after that you need to create a grid lines. Okay, so these are our vertical parts of our model. So you need to just create the horizontal. So once you go here structural tab, you have one option here. So you can see, if you go to the plan, structural plan, so your level will be freeze here. Okay, so level you can just add in elevations, not in plan. Okay, so you need to add here grid lines. Okay, so how to add the grid lines? So you need to click here grids. So if you click structural tab and click here grid, right, and just select, and you need to add the grid in between all four direction symbol, right? So you can see I have added the grid here. So suppose this is my grid 1, then I want to add a grid again 2. Okay, then grid 3, then grid 4, then grid 5. Okay, so this is my vertical grid. Then I want to adjust the grid to grid distance. Okay, so suppose if I click here on fifth grid, then you can adjust here. Okay, so just consider we are creating the framing plan, and our grid to grid distance is 4.5 meter. Okay, so you need to adjust this. So just select this, and just you can give here 4.00, or you can give any 6 meter. So suppose I want to give 6 meter grid to grid distance. So all the grids are 6 meter. Oops, not 600, 6 meter. You need to add 6 meter. Okay. So if you select this fourth grid, and if you add here 6 meter, so this grid only change. Okay, not this one. So those grid you want to change, so select first grid, and then you can just give your input like that. Okay, so these are my vertical grids. Then I want to add the horizontal grid. So you need to go again structural tab and click here grid, right? And then you can just add here. So suppose my horizontal grid is A, right? Then you can just create again grid B, right? Then grid C, and then grid D, right? Oops. Yes. You can see I have created this grid. So if you want to give the dimension between the center to center grid, so you can just click DI command. Okay, and just give the dimension 6 meter. Then this is also 6 meter. You can give the continuous dimension also. Okay, so if you press DI, so just select those line you want to give the dimension like that, right? So vertical grid is 6 meter, and horizontal grid you can give as per your input. So here is 5 meter. So suppose my horizontal grid between 7 meter. So what I do, I will just select this and just add 7 meter. Okay, so this is you need to give the 7 meter also here, and this is also 7 meter. Okay, so you can see we have given the grid here, right? So first of all, you need to give the level and grid. Okay, so first of all, you need to think. So suppose you have received some inputs for the building. So this is your building. So whatever you have designed, the number of columns. Okay, so you need to fix the number of grids, vertical and horizontal. Okay, in your plan, right? So you can see I have created this grid on second floor plan, and you can check any level. So this grid is automatically created each and every level. No need to go each and every level and just add those grid. Okay, so you can see even ground floor also I have added this grid. If you check here in east elevation or north elevation, any elevation, so you can see this grid and this level has been added here, right? So if you go to the north, so you can see all the grids and levels. If you go to the south, in the grid elevation, both the level and grid has been added here. If you go here, so you can just adjust this, right? Like that. So if you go again, so suppose we are in west elevation, right? So this is our ground floor, and suppose your foundation level is below 4.5 below the ground level. So you can create one more level. So right click, create similar, and you can give here level. So it's automatically take next level. Okay, so you can just rename and say here foundation level. Okay, and suppose yes, and if your foundation level is below 4.5 meter below the ground level, so you can just directly add here. Okay, minus 4.00. So you can see, and if I measure this di command, so you can see. If you don't want to give, suppose if 3.5 meter, so you can directly add here your value, right? Like that. So it's automatically taken. So you can see 3.5. Okay, so these are the things. So first of all, you need to add the grids. So once you add these grids, so these uh, all the grids is automatically added each and every plan. Okay, so once you add the levels, so automatically updated here, right? So suppose I want to add column. Okay, so these are grids are ready here, grid and labels, and I want to add a column here. So I want to add some column here, right? And if I this column is coming from the top of foundation to fourth floor. Okay, so you can just add this at foundation level, and you can manage up to the fourth level or third level or second level or first level as per your requirement. Okay, so any doubt in elevation and grid lines?
No, sir.
Okay, so suppose I have received some foundation input. Okay, and I want to create or I want to add some column, right? So what I do, I will go here on foundation level here. So right now I am in foundation level. Okay, so vertical grid not shown here. What is the reason? So some grids is not intersect to each other. Okay, so you need to cross here and just adjust. So one, if you adjust any or if you click any level, so all these level are interlinked to each other. So all the levels in one sequence here. Okay, so if I go to here foundation level, so you can see all the foundation, all the grids are shown in foundation level. So suppose I want to add the column here on grid A1. All right, so you need to go here structural. So this is our structural tab here. right? And we have option here, column, right? So if I click here for column, so you can see there are steel column here and concrete column here, right? So steel column we will see later when we will work on steel structure. Okay, so right now just focus on concrete. So by default here 300 by 450, 450 by 600 and 600 by 750 size here. Okay, and whatever you suppose you have designed some size 600 by 600, so these are all rectangle column, and suppose you have designed 600 by 600 but not available this size 600 by 600 in this category, but how to create as per our own whatever requirement dimension. So you need to select anyone, right? And you need to go here edit type, right? And you have option here duplicate, means copy. You can duplicate this family. So click here duplicate, then you need to give your dimension. So suppose I want to give here 600 by 600 column. Okay, and you can just remove these two. So 600 by 600 I want to create. Okay, and just click here. So I have duplicate this 600 by 600. Okay, and if you go here in dimension tab, so here is a B dimension and H dimension. Okay, so width and height. So you can just change here 600. I want to width here and height here 600. Okay, so your this is B dimension and this is sorry, this is H dimension, this is B dimension, right? So you can give here. So 600 by 600 I have given, and click here apply and OK. So you can see 600 by 600 column is created. Okay, so once you create this, and if you just move your cursor here, okay, because I want to add here exact intersection between grid A and 1. So if I just move my cursor here, so both the grid lines is highlighted, then you need to just click here, right? So this column is added here, and you need to escape this. So I want to exit this command because this command is active here, right? So I will just escape. Okay, so you can see I have added this column, right? But if I select this column, okay, so suppose if you want to, yeah, and another thing is this should be in fine. Okay, so this detail level should be in fine, and here is if you in plan, so you can just select hidden lines, and if you in 3D view, so I will show you. Okay, so right now I have just added this at the foundation level. So if I select this, so you can see the base level is foundation level, right? And top level is also foundation level. Okay, so you can give here your detail.
Sir, no sound is coming.
इंटरनेट कनेक्शन इशू लग रहा है.
बिल्कुल.
ऐसे भी रेविट थोड़ा सा स्लो चलता है किसी भी सिस्टम पर, इसका ग्राफिक बहुत
और
ज्यादा
नहीं
है.
पर वो साउंड नहीं आ रही ना, इंटरनेट कनेक्शन
हाँ,
की
साउंड भी
प्रॉब्लम
नहीं आ
है.
रहा और ये थोड़ा ब्लर दिख रहा है मुझे तो.
हाँ,
ऐसे सर के जो लोकेशन है वहाँ पे नेटवर्क इशू हमेशा होता है, क्योंकि ऑटो कैड के समय भी ऐसे ही था सर का थोड़ा
अच्छा
नेटवर्क.
यही सर ऑटो कट पर आए थे, मुझे नहीं पता.
हाँ हाँ.
ओके,
जो अभी आप कह रहे थे ना लाइन वगैरह, वो ऑटोकैड सेशंस में इन्होंने करवाए थे. वो सेशंस की अगर आपको वीडियो दे दें तो ले लेना.
नहीं, मुझे ऑटो कट कर रखा है, मुझे जरूरत है।
रिवेट इंस्टॉल कर दिया क्या आपने किसी में से?
नहीं, मैंने नहीं किया, मुझे याद भी नहीं था।
हाँ, मैंने वो सर को मैसेज किया था लेकिन उन्होंने कोई रिप्लाई नहीं दिया।
अरे कुछ भी नहीं है रेविट में इंस्टॉल करने के लिए, वो खुद ही हो
नहीं
जाएगा। आप एक बार देखो यूट्यूब पर, मैं तो बहुत सा यूट्यूब से देख लेता हूँ, तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती।
नहीं, उसको क्रैक करना पड़ता है ना।
एक्चुअल मैंने भी अभी इंस्टॉल नहीं किया, अभी डाउनलोड ही बाकी है मेरा तो ना। वो 5 GB की टोटल फाइल है, तो अभी
हाँ,
टाइम
वो क्या है
लगेगा
ना,
मेरे को तो।
एक ही सॉफ्टवेयर वो 64 बिट 32 बिट वो सब उसमें एक ही इसमें दिया है। मैंने तो कर लिया डाउनलोड, लेकिन उसमें से एक ही लगने वाला है अपने को, 1 GB का ही है वो।
अच्छा, मतलब वो सारे काम नहीं आएंगे क्या?
नहीं नहीं, अपना जो सिस्टम होता है ना, जो अभी
हम्म।
वो वाला ही इंस्टॉल करना पड़ता है ना।
उसके
अच्छा
अंदर
बाकी कोई यूज के
उसके
नहीं।
उसके अंदर बहुत सा फाइल होगा, 5 GB के
हम्म।
अंदर। हाँ, तो
अच्छा
उसमें से,
अच्छा।
हाँ, तो 18 का ही वर्जन इंस्टॉल करना है।
अच्छा अच्छा।
हाँ,
ओके। डाउनलोड तो सारी करनी पड़ेंगी ना पर?
डाउनलोड तो करना पड़ेगा वो, क्योंकि
अभी आप देख लो आपका सिस्टम कौन से बिट का है। मैंने तो कर ली है सारी डाउनलोड, लेकिन अभी जो इंस्टॉल करते समय जो वो सर करेंगे इंस्टॉल, तो बाकी
हम्म।
डिलीट कर देंगे फिर।
अच्छा अच्छा। ओके।
मैं सोचा कब स्टार्ट पूरा स्टार्ट हो गया।
वो लगता है लास्ट में होगा मेरे हिसाब से।
वो उसका नीड है बहुत ज्यादा, स्टैट प्रो का। ये रेविड वगैरह आर्किटेक्चर लोग ज्यादा तक करते हैं।
ये तो है। एक्चुअल
मैंने
में स्टैड अगर ये ई टैब्स कर लिया ना, तो स्टैड फिर मतलब उसी के अंडर का ही पार्ट है एक तरह से देखा जाए। मैंने किससे पूछा था तो।
ई टाइप पर तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है अब मुझे। बस वो रिजल्ट वाला जो सर बताएंगे लास्ट में फाइनल, कैसे रिजल्ट देखना है, बस वही चीज।
हाँ, एक्चुअल में उस सर ने फाइल्स भी दिए ना, उसमें शायद ड्रिफ्ट वगैरह और वो सारी चीजें एक्स्ट्रा आएंगी, तो शायद वो जैसे
हम्म,
स्टोरी डिस्प्लेसमेंट वगैरह वो सब,
हाँ,
वो नया नया होगा शायद।
बिल्कुल।
ज्वाइन करने वाले या नहीं
पता नहीं केतन।
कुछ? भी आज तो सेशन स्टार्टेड का भी मैसेज नहीं आया। मैं तो पुराने लिंक पे ही ज्वाइन कर रहा था,
अच्छा,
तो बाद में भी मैंने फिर ये लिंक पे क्लिक किया तो कनेक्ट हो गया, इसलिए लेट हुआ मुझे।
कोई नहीं। सुलेखा में बहुत शांत, कुछ नहीं बोल रही है।
सेशन कंटिन्यू होगा क्या?
लगता तो नहीं, क्योंकि मैडम भी नहीं आई है ना, तो मैडम आने के बाद ही एक्सेप्ट करेगी ना सर का वो ज्वाइन करने वाला।
ग्रुप में मैसेज करके पूछ लेते हैं।
हाँ
5 मिनट्स वेट ही कर लेते हैं, फिर एक बार पूछ लेंगे।
सही है, ये ज्यादा बेटर है। लगता है क्लास नहीं होगा अब।
लग यही रहा है, एक बार मैसेज करके मैं रिमाइंड कर देता हूँ लास्ट में, फिर लेट हो जाएगा ऐसा तो।
हाँ पूछ
ग्रुप
लो।
में डाल के एक बार मैं उनसे कोऑर्डिनेटर से पूछ, लगता आ गए।
अनिल सर आ गए।
हेलो हेलो।
यस सर।
यस सर।
हाँ, तो कितना टाइम हुआ हमें डिस्कनेक्ट होते? अभी डिस्कनेक्ट हुए क्या?
नहीं सर,
नहीं सर, हम पहले ही हो गए थे सर।
15 मिनट से डिस्कनेक्टेड है
हाँ।
सर।
15 मिनट्स
आ
हो
गया।
गए।
ओके। आपको मेरा मेरा नंबर नहीं है क्या आपको, आपके किसी के पास? अगर
नहीं, मेरे
डिस्कनेक्ट,
पास भी नहीं है जी।
एक काम करते, मैं अभी शेयर करता हूँ नंबर, अगर कुछ ऐसा हुआ ना मुझे कॉल करो यहाँ पे, क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ क्या। ठीक है, तो हम कहाँ पे थे? अब स्क्रीन शेयर करता हूँ मैं।
सर आपने ग्रिड बनवाई थी।
हाँ, एक मिनट। ओके, सो ये कॉलम कैसे डाले, वो देखा आपने?
नहीं।
नहीं सर।
ओके, ठीक है। मैं ये सब डिलीट करता हूँ। ओके, सो यहाँ पे अगर आप गए, ओके, सो हमने ग्रिड बनवा ली, ग्रिड और इलेवेशन मार्क,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
लेवल्स।
हाँ जी।
ओके, तो अब हमें, सो आप
सर
म्यूट
नंबर शेयर कर दीजिए पहले तो फिर।
कर दिया ना, कर दिया ना।
अच्छा ठीक है।
ओके, okay, so अब हमने, so we have added grid here, right, like that. Then after that, suppose I want to add some column, okay, at this location. So how to add? So suppose I want to add the column, and my column is start from foundation level to parapet level. Okay, so I have designed one column size. Okay, so suppose I have designed 600 or 650 by 650 square column size. Okay, so you need to go here first, foundation level. So this is my foundation level, right? Then you need to click here structural and click here column. Okay, so if you go here in column category, so these are steel column and these are concrete column family. So right now we will see only concrete first, and after that we will see the steel column later when we will uh, come on structural steel, right? So these are concrete column family. So suppose we have designed 650 by 650 column size, but 650 by 650 is not here, right? So how to create? So you need to just select any column size. Okay, and you need to click here edit type, right? And you need to click here duplicate. You means you need to create a copy on the basis of that this column. So I will just click here duplicate, and I will add here 650, then 650, right? And remove these two. So this is my column size name. Okay, and click OK. So you can see 650 by 650 column size has been created here. After that, you need to give this breadth and height width dimension, right? So your column, so this is your column, right? So this is your B dimension, and this is your H dimension, right? So you can give here. So our case, I will add here 650 by 650 column size as per that, right? And if I click here OK, so you can see 650 by 650 column size has been added. So once you create and once you move your cursor at this location, right? So I want to add the column here, A and 1 grid. So just select, right, and escape. So you can see we have added the column here, right? So if I you can check here in elevation. So you can see we have added the column here, but the column is, if I select and go to the properties tool here, so you can see this is 650 by 650 column and base level. So base level means, I will show here. Yeah. Okay, so this is our column, right? And this is my base level, and this is my top level. Okay, so you need to fix this, or you can give here input, right? So if we go again, so I have select this. So in that case, base level is also foundation level, and top level also foundation level, and base offset. Base offset means, so suppose if you want to extend below this base offset, right? So this called as base offset. Okay, so if you want to extend some part below your base level, so you can give the base offset minus. If you go down, you need to go give the minus. If you if you go up, so you need to give here plus dimension. I will show you. Okay, so base offset, similarly top offset. So suppose if you want to extend this column, so you can give here top offsets. So this is top base level, and this is bottom base level. You can see it, top level and base level, then base offset and top offset, right? So I have select this, and I want to give this column, I want to start this column foundation level to parapet level up to here. Okay, so I have select this, and you can just change here. So base level as it is foundation level, because this column is start from foundation, and top level is, you can select here parapet level, right? Like that. So you can see this column extend up to here. So if I select, so you can see here, right? Foundation level is my base level, and top level is parapet level. Okay, but if you see here, so this column is extend below 2.5 meter below the foundation level. Why? Because here by default 2.5 dimension here, that's the reason. Okay, but I don't want to give the extend below the foundation level. My column is exactly start from foundation level, so in that case you need to set here 0 distance. Okay, so you can see we have added the column from this point to this point. So इसमें किसी को डाउट है कॉलम कैसा ऐड किया मैंने?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Then if you go again, foundation level, right? So if your column is here, if you want to check the dimension, you can just click di, and you can see your dimension as it, right? So this is 650 by 650 column. Okay, then suppose uh, if you go to the east elevation, so I don't want to give the big size column from the foundation to parapet. I have designed this size 650 by 650 up to first floor, and after that I want to create, or I have designed 450 by 450 column. Got it? So up to first floor, my 650 to 650 column, and after that this column size is decrease. So like that, 450 by 450. So how to control, right? So first of all, you need to just stop this big size. I have designed up to first floor, so you need to select this column and just change this top level. So I want to just give here first floor. So I have designed 650 by 650 column size foundation to first floor, and after that I have designed 450 by 450. So my 450 column is start from first floor to parapet level. So you need to go at this level. So you can just double click here first floor, or you can just select this level, right click and go to floor plan. So you will be reach in first floor plan. Okay, so after that this column is minimize the size. So I want to add here 450 by 450 column. So you need to go here structural column, and you can see there is no any 450 by 450. So you need to create. Okay, so go to select any column family, go to here edit type, click here duplicate, and you need to give the dimension 450 by 450. and remove these two and click here OK. Then you need to give, sorry, you click here, you need to give your dimension 450 by 450 and click here OK. Right, so you can see 450 by 450 column we have added here. If I move my cursor exactly here, so and then add here, right? So if you see elevation, so yeah, so first floor, so you can see this, yeah, so yes, so if I just select, just draw or just take a window here, so you can see this 450 by 450 column we have added here. But this column is, if I select this 450 by 450 column, so you can see the base level is first floor and top level also first floor. That's the reason this column is start from here, and both the levels, base level and top level is first floor. You need to change it. So this column is start from first floor to parapet level. So you need to change this top level. Go here and select parapet level. Okay, so you can see this column is coming from first floor to parapet level. Then you can see this column is also merged into the big column. What is the reason? Because here is 2.5 meter
0.
below. Okay, so you need to click, you need to add here 0. So your column exactly start from first floor to parapet level. If you want to check in 3D view how it looks, so you need to go here on this home symbol and click here. So you can see your column is looks like, right? So if you go to again first floor, so your column is looks like, okay. But so just consider this is your corner column, so this connection is not right. Okay, so if you go here, yeah, right, so suppose this is your building, right, and you have added here column, so your column orientation it looks like, so this face and this face should be matched. The same thing here, this is your 650 and this is your 450 column, and at this side condition your big column it looks like and this look like. Okay, so you can just move this, so just select this column, so this modify toolbar automatically activate. Okay, and if you want to move this, so this is the move symbol, this is the copy symbol. Okay, so I want to move this, so select your element and click here move, and just select this intersection point and just match here. Okay, so your column it looks like, you can see the difference between the lines here. Okay, so this, if I select this 600 by 6, so right now we are in first floor plan. Okay, so this line 450 by 450 column is line is dark. What is the reason? Because we have cut this plan at here, and this is our below column, so this width is showing as compared to less thickness. That's the reason. Okay, so this is your,
Excuse me, sir.
Network problem.
लगता है सर को कॉल करना पड़ेगा.
करता हूँ. बिजी बता रहे हैं सर का नंबर।
लगता है कोई और अपन में से कर रहा है कॉल सर को।
मैं छोड़ देता हूँ तो।
पता नहीं, पूछ लेते हैं ना, यही है अपन तो। मैंने तो नहीं किया अभी, हो
केतन,
सकता है किसी और।
मैंने भी नहीं किया अभी।
केतन
नहीं नहीं, मैंने भी नहीं किया।
यार तो मैं
हो
कर
सकता है
रहा हूँ।
सर के पास किसी और का कॉल आया होगा या तो इस चक्कर में।
मैसेज
नहीं नहीं,
आएगा।
सर ने शायद से वो मैडम को कॉल किया होगा कि रिज्वाइन करने के लिए।
हाँ हो सकता
ये
है,
अब
ये हो
आया है
सकता
कॉल, मैंने कॉल मिलाया।
है। अच्छा, आपने
हाँ,
मिलाया था
बात
क्या कॉल?
आप ही बात कर लो।
आपण ज्या व्यक्तीला कॉल करीत आहात ती व्यक्ती उत्तर देत नाही। कृपया थोड्या वेळानंतर पुनः प्रयत्न करा। आप जिस व्यक्ति को कॉल कर रहे हैं वह उत्तर नहीं दे रहे हैं। कृपया कुछ समय पश्चात प्रयास करें। तब
नोट सर।
ग्रुप में मैसेज कर देते हैं।
हेलो। हम मैम वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया सर, क्लास नहीं हो पा रही है। अविनाश नाम है। अविनाश नाम है, अविनाश। हाँ, प्रज्ञा मैम से। ओके, मैं करता हूँ। इसमें भी इस प्रज्ञा मैम को कॉल करना पड़ेगा।
वैसे मैंने ग्रुप में मैसेज कर दिया, हो सकता है उनकी टेक्निकल टीम देख के बता दें।
हाँ, ये भी हो सकता है। मैं कॉल करता हूँ
ग्रुप में तो
प्रज्ञा।
मैसेज नहीं आया है ना लिखने के आपको?
नहीं, अभी ग्रुप में मैंने तो कर दिया, वहां से कोई रिप्लाई नहीं आया। या तो सर को एसएमएस कर देते हैं अगर सर कॉल नहीं उठा रहे ना।
कौन से ग्रुप में किया मैसेज? B21 में तो नहीं आ रहा।
D20 में।
20 में किया है क्या? अच्छा।
हाँ।
हाँ।
हाँ प्रज्ञा मैम, वो सर डिस्कनेक्ट कर गया। मैं सर का लाइन डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया, क्लास नहीं हो पा रही है। हाँ, अब सर डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए तो हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं। सर रहते कहाँ हैं? देखो यहाँ समीर है, भरत जी है, केतन है, सुलेखा जी है, सब भी लोग हैं। आप लोग किसी का आवाज सर से बात हुई क्या? समीर,
नहीं
केतन?
नहीं नहीं,
अभी
बात नहीं
सर
हुई।
से
मैडम ने क्या
या
बोला अभी?
हमने जवाब नहीं दिया था।
अरे मैंने प्रज्ञा मैम को कॉल किया तो उन्होंने बोला कि सर तो ज्वाइन है। ये क्या मजाक है?
मजाक नहीं, यहाँ तो वो आ ही नहीं रहा ना उनको, या तो क्या हो सकता है उनके सिस्टम में दिखा रहा हो, पर यहाँ एक्चुअल में तो वो नहीं आ रहा है।
ये सर का तो
या
कॉल
तो
भी बिजी आ रहा है ना
उनको
वैसे।
मैंने मैसेज किया उनके व्हाट्सएप पे, उन्होंने वो देखा भी नहीं है।
एसएमएस कर
पहुंच
दो,
गया
अगर
उनको
या तो अगर
मैसेज।
मैसेज मैसेज करना ना तो व्हाट्सएप की जो एसएमएस कर दो तो अगर, और या तो हो सकता है सर किसी कॉल पे हो, ये भी हो सकता है।
मैं ग्रुप में फोटो भेज रहा हूँ। आप देखो कोई नहीं है कनेक्ट, ये सारे लोग, हम 5 जन है क्लास में, वो सब बैठे हुए हैं। मैंने फोटो ले, यानी प्रज्ञा में भी इससे बजा रहा।
मैं भी भेज देता हूँ।
मैंने भेजा फोटो, उन्होंने। सब ज्वाइन हो गया।
हेलो हेलो।
यस यस सर।
यस सर।
सो यस, तो ये समझ में आया आपको कॉलम कैसे
सर सेशन डिसकंटिन्यू हो गया था, अभी आप दोबारा ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं।
हाँ
दोबारा भी सेशन डिसकंटिन्यू हो गया था।
हाँ, वापिस वो कुछ इंटरनेट का प्रॉब्लम था शायद उनका, इसलिए। ओके, सो कॉलम कैसे ऐड करते पता चला आपको?
आप 3D दिखा रहे थे,
हाँ
उस टाइम डिसकंटिन्यू हो गया, हमने 3D देखा नहीं है।
ओके, सो ये आपका 3D व्यू है, राइट? सो यू कैन कंट्रोल फ्रॉम हियर। सो इफ
सर
यू
वो
वांट,
आप, सर आप पे एक कॉलम के ऊपर दूसरा कॉलम लगा रहे थे, वो फिर उसको मूव किए थे आप, मतलब एक कॉलम
यस
रहता
सर, वहाँ
है
वहाँ
से,
पे थे हम लोग।
ठीक है ना जी, तो
हाँ
वहां पे सर फिर आप दिखा रहे थे 3D में जाते कैसे हैं।
ओके, ठीक है, मैं रिपीट करता हूँ। Okay, so you can see here east elevation. So if I select this, so this is 650 by 650 column is start from foundation to parapet. Suppose I have designed this size up to second floor, means from the foundation to second floor. Okay, so how to control? So you need to go here and select any one of the column, right click, and you have options, select all instances visible. Okay, so this is your view, and then you can control from here. So suppose I have designed this 650 by 650 up to second floor. So if you check, so you can see all the columns is start from foundation to second floor, right? Okay, then suppose if you go here on second floor, from second to parapet level, I have changed the column size. Okay, so you need to go here, second floor. So this is my second floor. So you can see. Then after that, if I measure this dimension, so this is my 650 by 650 column size, right? But this column is top at the second floor. You can see here, right? So this is foundation level and second floor. So if I go to floor plan, so this is my second floor. Then after that, suppose I have designed this column size is minimize. Okay, so just consider after second from second to parapet, we have designed 450 by 450 column. So you need to go here, column, and we have already create here. If you don't have, so you need to edit type duplicate. Okay, and then after that you can just add your column here, right? So at this corner location, if I select this column, right, and go to the 3D view, so you can see we have added this column at second floor level. Okay, so this one, so you can see second to second, so you need to change this. So I want to give this column from second floor to parapet level, right, up to here. But at this corner location, you need to align this face and this face. So select your column and click here move, right, and just add here like that. If you look at in 3D view, your column is looks like, right? So you can give here, and the offset is 0. So your column exactly start from this level, from second floor. So you can see, right? So go again second floor, and suppose I want to add 450 by 450 in one click. Okay, so I will delete this column and go again column, select your as per your requirement size and click here at the grids, right, and select all grids and finish, right? So if you check in elevation, okay, so not added. Okay, so click again and use this option grid, add grids and finish. Okay, so actually we have already added here, so this column, that's the reason. Okay, so you need to go again and you need to add here your column. So you can just manually add like that, like that. Okay, at each location. $450 by $450, right? Like that. Okay, so I have added this. So if you look at in 3D view, so this column is merged in the big column, right? So select any one column here. If you move your cursor, so this column is highlight. Then right click and you have option select all instances entire in project. So you can select all those column, small column 450 by 450. Then after that you can just change your criteria here. So this column is start from second to parapet and base offset 0. Right? If you go again second floor, so here is not added. So you can just copy. You can just select this and you have option here copy this one. Just select and add here. Right? If you check the elevation, so you can see this big 650 is top at this level and second to parapet up to this level. Right? So if you go to the second floor, so this is your corner column. So you need to align this face. So just move mv command and just move. And this side criteria, your column is match here. All the periphery column should be one level. Means this outer face should be one for both the column. And here this corner should be here because your building is finished here, right? If your building is continue, so you can give the same criteria for that. The same thing here, you need to select all the columns, right? And just move up to here. And here you need to move at the corner here, right? Then you can move also this column, go here, just match this face with this big column. Then here also like that. Then this criteria is also this face and this face should be matched. So you can just move and paste. If you look at in 3D view, it looks like, right? So your size, if your size is changed, so you can give the or you can modify the location. Okay, so this column exactly at the center, right? So we saw how to add the columns, okay, and how to give the orientation as per the location. And after that I want to add the footing, right? Footing for the 600 by 600 column. You guys are with me? Yes. Okay, then after that I want to add the footing. So you should go in foundation level because we have created already separate level for the foundation. Okay, so how to add the footing? So you need to go here structural tab and here you have option isolated footing. Click here and I have, suppose I have designed 1.2 meter by 1.2 by 600 depth, but this size is not available here. So what I do, I will go here edit type, then duplicate. Sorry.
Edit.
Yeah, you can give here 1.2 1200 mm and suppose is 600 depth, right? And remove this 2 and click OK. So this is your as per your input size, and you need to change here 600 and you need to change also here 1.2 meter. Click here OK, right? So you can see and just add here. You have option here. So if you want to add in one click, so click here add grids and select all the grids. You can see all the footing has been added and finish. If you look at in view east elevation, so your footing is looks like. If you want to see in 3D view, go to your 3D view, so you can see, right? So you can see we have added the footing here for each and every column. Okay, and if you go again, so this is your foundation level, right? And you have, suppose you have fixed your foundation level and client says this footing is not exactly at the 3.5 meter below the ground level, so just go down again 200 mm. So don't change this level. Okay, so you can change this. So how to change? Just select this column and give here base offset. Suppose it's 200 below, so you need to give the 200. Okay, so you can see an attached structural foundation will be moved at the bottom of the column. It means if you move your column, so this footing is automatically moved because this footing is attached the bottom of the column. Okay, so if I click here OK, so you can see, right? So this column is going down by 200 mm and this footing is also. If you want to give or extend 200 for all footing, so you need to go in 3D view, select this column 600 by 600, sorry 650 by 650, then right click, and then you have option here, select all instances, entire project. So whatever we have added here, so you can select here and you can simply give here your offset. Suppose 300 below, go down this footing, and if I click here OK, and if you look at 3D view, so all those column is going down by 300. If I measure this, you can see. So you don't need to change this footing. So you need to just change the base offset. On the basis of that, this footing is updated. If you don't want to give, means your footing is exactly 3.5 level. So go again and select again all instances, entire project, and just give here 0. So all the columns has been as it is, like that. But sometime if you receive some changes, so don't change this level, you can just select this column and you can offset. Similarly, you can, suppose I want to just give 300 above this column, above the parapet level. So the same thing, you need to just change the 300 mm plus, so it goes up. If you want to stop this column below the parapet level by 300 mm, so you should give the minus value, like that. Okay, so you can control here plus and minus. Okay, so as per your requirement, if you want to extend above the your base level or top level, you need to add the plus, right? So you can modify this. Okay, so I think today we should stop. So आपको समझ में आया है क्या लेवल्स, ग्रिड लाइंस, कॉलम और फुटिंग?
यस सर।
किसी को डाउट
sir.
है? किसी को डाउट है तो पूछ सकते हैं आप इसमें।
नो सर।
ओके, सो प्रैक्टिस करो। प्रैक्टिस जैसे आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे आपको थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट आएगा इसमें, ये थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है। सो आप सभी ने रेविट इंस्टॉल किया है?
नहीं सर, आज कर लेता हूँ।
कर
आज
लिया
करेंगे।
जी।
कर लिया है? हाँ हाँ
जी।
बोलिए।
कोई प्रैक्टिस के लिए ड्राइंग शेयर कर देना सर।
सर अभी ना हम अभी आप ड्राइंग पे मत जाओ, जितना मैं पढ़ाता हूँ ना उस पे प्रैक्टिस करो। एक बार हमारा पूरा हो गया ना तो मैं आपको ड्राइंग दूंगा, उस हिसाब से आप 3D मॉडल करो। अभी आप क्या प्रैक्टिस करो, इलेवेशन बनाओ, ठीक है, ये लेवल्स बनाओ, ग्रिड लाइन बनाओ, कॉलम ऐड करो और कॉलम में थोड़ा खेलो कि ये कॉलम मुझे यहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है, फर्स्ट से रुकना है, सेकंड पे अलग डालना, थर्ड पे अलग डालना। तो हमने आज जैसा देखा इस सेशन में कैसे हमने कॉलम ऐड किया अलग अलग लेवल पे, सेकंड टू पैरापेट। सो अगर मुझे थोड़ा हाई इंक्रीज करना है तो मैं प्लस डालता हूँ, अगर मुझे नीचे रुकाना है तो माइनस, प्लस माइनस कैसे डालते हैं, तो इसका प्रैक्टिस करो आप, ठीक है?
राइट।
ओके,
एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
यस
सर आजकल सर जो करंट इंडस्ट्री में सर जैसे ऑटो, पहले तो ऑटोकैड 3D भी चलता था, तो सर आजकल रेविट ने उसको कंप्लीटली रिप्लेस कर दिया है या फिर?
यस अभी आप कहीं भी जाओ, रेविट सभी कंपनी अभी रेविट ही यूज करती है। सो रेविट
अब तो सर ऑटोकैड 3D तो सर मतलब ये इसके मुकाबले तो कम होगा अब
AutoCAD
रेविट ने उसकी।
यस ऑटोकैड का
ऑटोकैड 3D तो बहुत हार्ड है वैसे, मतलब टाइम बहुत लगता है।
हाँ, उसमें और इंटेलिजेंस नहीं है उसमें। कैसा है, आपको अगर आपने मॉडल अपडेट किया तो आपको 3D में 2D में जाके इंडिविजुअल करना पड़ता है। यहाँ पे वैसा नहीं है, अगर आपने मॉडल में चेंज किया तो शीट्स में भी ऑटोमेटिक चेंजेस रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाता है। एक जगह पे आप चेंजेस करोगे तो आपके शीट में भी चेंजेस हो जाएंगे। सो रेविट इज एडवांस सॉफ्टवेयर है। सो अभी अभी हम सब जगह पे रेविट ही यूज करते हैं। इवन स्ट्रक्चरल
Yes.
नहीं, इलेक्ट्रिकल डिसिप्लिन ऑल्सो, मैकेनिकल, एचवीएसी, प्लम्बिंग, पाइपिंग, सो ये जितने भी डिसिप्लिन है ये भी हम रेविट यूज करते हैं। सो इसमें कैसा है, अगर आप कोई मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हैं, सो सपोज ये मेरा स्ट्रक्चर है, सो यहाँ पे पाइप्स वगैरह कुछ पास होने वाला है, कुछ केबल्स पास होने वाले हैं, तो ये क्या करेंगे, रेविट इलेक्ट्रिकल वाला हमारा जो मॉडल है वो एक्सेप्ट करेगा उसके मॉडल में, और उसके हिसाब से वो मॉडलिंग कराएगा, किधर की कहाँ कहाँ पे क्लैश हो रहा है वो अवॉइड करेंगे। हम भी किसी मैकेनिकल का मॉडल हमारे मॉडल में एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, फिर एक हाथ पाइप अगर हमारा कॉलम का हिट हो रहा है तो हम उसको बोलेंगे भाई तुम्हारा पाइप का लोकेशन तुम चेंज कर सकते हो क्या। तो ये थोड़ा एडवांस सॉफ्टवेयर है, मैं आपको बताऊंगा वो कैसा एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, कैसे क्लैश डिटेक्शन करेंगे, ये सब मैं पढ़ाऊंगा इसमें। तो
Yes.
ये हमारा मेन टैब है स्ट्रक्चरल। सो इसमें हम शुरू में देखेंगे बीम कैसे डालेंगे, वॉल कॉलम, आज तो हमने कॉलम देख लिया कैसे डालते कॉलम और फुटिंग। सो अभी नेक्स्ट जैसे जैसे सेशन होगे मैं आपको सिखाऊंगा बीम कैसे डालेंगे। तो ये हम पहले कंक्रीट खत्म करेंगे, कंक्रीट के बाद हम स्टील देखेंगे। स्टील एक इंडस्ट्रियल बिल्डिंग का एक एग्जांपल लेंगे, उसको कैसे मॉडल करते हैं, कॉलम कैसे डालते हैं, राफ्टर कैसे डालते हैं, पर्लिन कैसे डालते हैं। फिर दोनों स्ट्रक्चर होने के बाद मैं आपको पढ़ाऊंगा कि कैसे 2D में शीट अरेंज करते हैं, अनोटेशन कैसे देते हैं, उसके डिटेल कैसे बनाते हैं। तो ये सब हम यहाँ से सीखेंगे। ये हमारा बेसिक टैब है। उसके बाद ये अनोटेशन का है, यहाँ पे आप लेवल्स दे सकते हो, डायमेंशन दे सकते हो, टेक्स्ट दे सकते हो, टैग दे सकते हो। तो टैग कैसे ऐड करना है ये सब कवर कर दूंगा, जो अपना हमारा जो सिलेबस है बेसिक रेविट का। सो इसमें सब आ जाएगा वो, ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
चलिए।
Excuse me, sir.
यस।
Sir, this means after design, when we make a model in Revit, then there is no need to prepare 2D drawings.
Exactly. Actually, what happened? This is our first floor, second floor plan. Okay. So whatever we will initially do when we will start for the 3D, so this plan is automatically generated here. So for example, I will just take the example here. This is our sheet category, right? So if there is no any sheet, so if I click here new sheet, and this is by default A1 metric. So here हमारा, so this is our template, sheet template. So we need to just drag this. So suppose I want to arrange this foundation plan in 2D, so just drag this. So ये हमारा हो गया फाउंडेशन प्लान। सो इसमें हम टैगिंग करेंगे, सो इसको हम डायमेंशन देंगे। सो वो मैं आपको सब I will let you know each and every things how to create the sheet. So all the annotation, suppose I want to add the annotation here. So these are the dimension. So you need to give the all dimension here. After that, you need to give the text here. So this the text option here. So then you can just add your text. Suppose if you want to add some text with arrow, so you can just add. So हम इसमें सब टेक्स्टिंग, डायमेंशन, लेवल्स वगैरह सब। So this is your 2D drawing has been created. So similarly, you can create the number of drawings, and you can give also section. So we have option also section. So just add the, suppose I want to give the section here. So just go here. You have option here sections, and just add the section here. And if I go to right click on this section mark and go to view, so you can see your section is looks like. So this is 650 by 650. You don't need to draw it in single line. Okay, so it goes automatically. When we will draw annotation, I will let you know. So plan section you can get ready from here. No need to draw. Right?
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, do you know what is the system requirement for this installation?
Can you call with Ajay? Ajay sir?
Ajay, sir. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So one note for each and every everyone. So just install as soon as possible Revit. So you need to install first, then what happen, the practice is must for the Revit. So you should install first as soon as possible and do the practice is most important here. So just contact Pragya or Ajay, so you can they can help for installing the software.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so next session, Pragya will let you know the date. Then in next session we will see slab, then beam. So beam is also most important part, how to add the beams. Then we need to add the slab. Okay, so just do the practice. If you stuck while doing the practice, so you can just take a snapshot and just share our 21 whichever our WhatsApp group. So I will try to resolve it, but the practice. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So,
Thank you.
thank you. Good night, all.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.